So here, Alice Bailey talks about it as being the ray of ceremonial magic or the ceremonial order. Think of Ray 7 is like the esoteric or mystical organizer. Like it loves to put things in order. And when you think of magic, magic, I think I need to give it a little bit of a definition on magic. Magic is, it doesn't defy the laws of nature. It's based on the laws of nature. And magic is producing results, harnessing the laws of nature, but it's beyond the intellect. It's beyond intellect and it's in more of an intuitive space. So it has the ability to produce a result. Logic tends to produce a result like right here, right now. I can feel it, I can see it, I can touch it, I can taste it, I can experience it. Magic is about producing a result, but the time frame, like it lets it unfold. It might not be right now, but it's like in 2 years, it's going to produce. So even if you wanted to look at like a very like literal or practical example that has nothing to do with something spiritual, think of making an investment when you're young so that when you're retired, you have money to live on without needing to work at the time. So you plant a seed, and then years later, it produces this result. In a way, that's how magic works. Like it's about planting a seed that intellectually makes no sense, but intuitionally makes sense, like in the future. Like I had this dream one time, and there was this old kind of dead tree, and this woodpecker was like pecking on it, pecking on it, pecking on it. And even in the dream, I was like, this is a really weird dream. And it's pecking these holes, pecking these holes, pecking these holes. And the colors for materialization are red and yellow, right? Red and yellow. That makes for energetically like a very fast materialization. And the woodpecker had red feathers on top and yellow eyes. And so I was like, oh, this is something about materialization in my dream. And so, I'm watching it. A lot of times woodpeckers are pecking in the wood, trying to get insects and pull them out. But it was like pecking these like good sized holes. And then it flew away and it would come back and it would stick like a little like nut or acorn in the hole. Like that's kind of weird. And then it would fly away again. And then like you could see like day and night, day and night, day and night, day and night, day and night. Like you could see time was passing. And then the woodpecker would come back, and because that nut was in that little hole in the tree, it would produce like little worms or larvae. Like it basically was producing bugs, right? Because the bugs were being attracted to this little thing that was decaying. And the woodpecker would come and eat the bugs, and then go to the next hole and eat the bugs, and then eat the bugs, and then eat the bugs, and then would go away. And then would day and night, day and night, day and night. It kept going. And so it's that idea of planting a seed that generates a certain kind of motion that you can step away from, but that motion's already in play, right? And so, even when you're doing a spiritual practice, even when you're doing like healing, on some level you're utilizing that, but it's that idea of planting the seed for something that you'll harvest, but beyond what your sensory mind would perceive. Like it almost makes no sense to the sensory mind, but to the intuitional part of the mind, it makes total sense, right? So, like in a nutshell, that's what magic is. Even ritual, that's a lot of times what ritual is doing on some level, some way. You're going beyond intellect, way beyond intellect.